This is Module 2, Topic 3, Lesson 3. We're doing one page, M2-219, and we're just going to be doing the practice at the bottom. So it says, a history teacher asked 6 of her students the number of hours that they studied for a recent test. The diagram shown maps the grades they received on the test to the number of hours that they studied. So the first question is the relation a function? If the relation is not a function, explain why not. So here we have their grade and the hours studied. So we can already see that there kind of is a pattern. Those who got a 70, they studied the least. Those who got the highest grade studied the most. But this is still not a function. Just because there's a pattern doesn't mean there's a function. So a function would mean that there has to be kind of like a one-to-one relation. Anyone who got 95% had to study all the same amount. But because we have this variance of two different people got the same grade but studied different amounts, this can't be a function. So I wrote, not a function, 2 outputs for input. So that's basically just talking about how our input, the grade, has 2 different outputs, which is the hours studied. B asks, write the set of ordered pairs in representing the mapping. So this is just taking, this is X and this is Y as writing it out. So I'm sorry that there's no room over here, so we could do it maybe just over here. So 85 is to 3, and 85 is also to 4. 70 is to 1, and 70 also goes to 2. 95 goes to 5, and 95 also goes to 6. The reason you might want to transfer the mapping into an ordered pair is if you want to graph it. C, what does the first value in each ordered pair in part B represent? And what does the second value represent? So X is grade, and then Y is hours studied. We've kind of already talked about that. And then D, create a scatter plot. Does the graph agree with your conclusion from part A? And of course they didn't give us a graph, so hopefully you grabbed one during bell work for you to use. If not, you can maybe just sketch it in somewhere else or grab some graph paper. So we need to plot these points. So obviously, with this, X is going to be pretty hard if we go by 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember, you can always change the scale. And these are all positive numbers, so they're all going to be in this first quadrant. So we can definitely do hours on Y as 1, 2, 3, 4. But we might want to start at a lower number. Maybe start at 70, 75, 80. 85, 90, 95, just so that we make it easier to graph. So for 85, right here we have 3, 1, 2, 3, but we also have 4. For 70, we have 2 and 1, and for 95, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is another visual to see why it's not a function, because this would not pass that vertical line test, where if I draw a vertical line, it hits more than once.